Covering Grand Island, Hastings, and Kearney. Local 4 today starts now.
Good morning. It's 5 a.m. on this Tuesday, December 19th. Here's a live look outside in Hastings for us this morning. Not too bad out there starting things off. A pretty typical drive-in for myself this morning. We're going to check that forecast in just a little bit, see how things are going to shape up as this very mild December continues. But here's what we're tracking now on Local 4 today. First, more information on the man who died at a Hastings explosion Sunday morning. Plus, major renovations are coming to a church central to Hastings organizations. And later, airlines are predicting heavy holiday traffic this week. We have the latest on air travel for the Christmas season. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Alissa Harrington here with meteorologist Travis Klanecky. So, yeah, it seems like it's going to be a very mild day for us, Travis.
Yeah, warming right back up after a chillier day yesterday. It was a little bit colder out there as we see highs yesterday in the 30s and 40s across the area, although we did manage to see some 50s out west. The warmest temperature to state 57 in Chatham. We're going to spread some of those nicer temperatures that were out west yesterday east across the rest of the area today. Not too bad this morning. We've got temperatures kind of in the 20s and low 30s out there. So not a terribly cold start for this time of the year. Skies, a lot of upper level clouds right now, so kind of a clear to partly cloudy type morning here across the area. We'll continue to see a few of these clouds passing through this morning and then a little more sun as we head into the afternoon hours. It is going to be a bit brisk today. Winds are out of the south. They are blowing a little bit this morning. They'll be breezy throughout the day at about 8 to 18 miles per hour gusts to maybe as high as 30 miles per hour. Strongest winds will come, especially I think during the first half of the day here. So not too bad of a day shaping up for your Tuesday. We'll have a look at the rest of what you can expect all the way up to the Christmas holiday. It's all coming up throughout the next couple of hours. Alyssa?
All right. Thank you, Travis. In our top story now, we now know the name of a victim who died in a home explosion in Hastings Sunday. 52-year-old Jeffrey Ponder died in what authorities say was an accidental explosion on South Boston Avenue.
Covering Grand Island, Hastings, and Kearney. Local 4 Midday starts now.
A murder suspect back in court. We're taking a look at what unfolded during today's hearing in Hamilton County. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Alissa Harrington. Well, this morning a judge gave a go-ahead for Aurora murder suspect Caleb Arnett to receive an evaluation. The 29-year-old appeared in Hamilton County Court for what was supposed to be his preliminary hearing.
Covering Grand Island, Hastings, and Kearney. Local 4 at 5 starts now.
Respiratory illnesses are on the rise in central Nebraska, and it has a local health department issuing some pre-holiday warnings. Plus, we're officially crowning our Local 4 Photo of the Year. We'll hear from the photographer behind the lens of this year's winner. But first, another contentious board meeting in Hall County as the courthouse dilemma once again takes center stage. Thanks for joining us tonight on Local 4 News at 5. I'm Spencer Schubert. Well, courthouse additions hit the agenda yet again for the Hall County Board of Commissioners. Today, the first meeting since they toured the Islander Annex building. Local 4's Leroy Triggs, he attended today's session and joins us from our GI newsroom with more.
Spencer, the board came to a decision to not consider purchasing the Islander Annex building. They came to that decision because they feel that there were safety issues and unknown variables. The safety issues centered around being located across the street from a school. Hall County Sheriff Rick Conrad feels bringing prisoners towards a school makes it unsafe for children.
Covering Grand Island, Hastings, and Kearney. Local 4 at 6 starts now.
The city of Grand Island continues to grow, and it's all thanks to a developer in town who's already working hard. We'll tell you about a new Good Life district they hope to bring to the city. Plus, from flu to COVID-19, the bugs are floating around as we approach the holidays, and it has one local health department issuing a few reminders. But first, the future of Hall County's courthouse again in the balance this morning at the county board meeting, and this time around some props being used to express some disgust. Thanks for joining us tonight on Local 4 News at 6. I'm Spencer Schubert. Well, the Hall County Board of Commissioners came to a decision to not purchase the Islander Annex building, and it's because they feel there are safety issues and too many unknown variables. Local 4's Leroy Triggs, he attended today's meeting and joins us from our GI newsroom with more.
Spencer, Hall County Sheriff Rick Conrad feels bringing prisoners towards a school makes it unsafe for children, as well as being located in a residential area. Richardson says during their tour, they learned the building would need a new HVAC system.
covering Grand Island, Hastings, and Kearney. Local 4 and 10 starts now.
'Tis the season of giving, but if you're sick, no one wants what you have. We go over a few ways to still enjoy the holiday, but keep your family safe. Plus, the first ever Local 4 Photo of the Year has been crowned. We'll hear from the person who snapped this photo of Duck Creek Lake over in Nemaha County. But first, the future of the Hull County Courthouse taking a step forward today in Grand Island. We'll take you to this morning's board meeting. Thanks for joining us tonight on Local 4 News at 10. I'm Spencer Schubert. Well, after months of discussion, the Hull County Board of Commissioners seems to be making strides on courthouse additions. They decided they're no longer considering purchasing the Islander Annex building, which is still owned by Principal. Instead, they're moving forward with plans of adding courtrooms to the current courthouse. That decision passing today on a 5-2 vote, and one commissioner is ready to finally move forward.